Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso have already been quite active this transfer window, spending over 167 million euros. 62 on Dean Housen from Bournemouth, 50 million on Carreras from Benfica, 45 million on Mastantuono from River Plate, and the lowest fee for Alexander Arnold, which cost them 10 million. With these additions, Real Madrid aim to dethrone Barcelona, who beat them to the title with a 4-point gap, whilst also winning the Copa del Rey, beating Madrid 3-2 in the final. Considering Real Madrid had just signed Mbappe, who was coming into a team that had won the Champions League in 2024, people expected them to get better, but they didn't. And now a legend in Luka Modric is leaving to join AC Milan just after Toni Kroos retired the season before. Is Real Madrid going to be able to get back to full strength anytime soon? Let's find out. Before we go into the next season, let's take a quick little look at this season's performances, specifically from Mbappe. 55 games, 42 goals, 6 assists. Can you really say that it's his fault that this Real Madrid team have not gone ahead and performed just as well as the season before he joined them? I don't think you can. We're looking at Vini Jr. with 21 and 13, Jude Bellingham with 14 and 12, and Rodrigo is coming in with 14 and 9. And about Rodrigo and some other players, we have to talk. First of all, yes, Luka Modric is joining AC Milan. And I gotta admit, I'm kind of excited to see how he's gonna do over there, now replacing Reinders in that team, who obviously has joined Manchester City. Then we're looking at Alvaro, who is a talented striker who has gone to Elche for just 2 million. And then we have Vallejo, who has gone over to Albacete on a free transfer, if I'm not mistaken. And on top of it, Lucas Vazquez, who has served this club for many years, is now a free agent. He is done at Real Madrid as well. Now let's move to players who might potentially leave the team. Dani Ceballos is apparently not necessarily needed in the new Real Madrid setup for Xabi Alonso. They are looking for a straight sale. When it comes to Fran Garcia, the talk is that now that Carreras has joined them as a new left back, and AC Milan is potentially losing out on Theo Hernandez at some point, Fran Garcia could be an option for AC Milan, and they are very interested in him. And Carreras coming in, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Then we're looking at Renier, who has constantly been loaned out. He is definitely leaving. And Endrick, who was supposed to get loaned out, but he's really against it. So we'll see what happens with Endrick, especially if you consider that the youngster Garcia has blown up throughout this Club World Cup. Now, the biggest one of them all is obviously Rodrigo. This guy is a world-class player at the age of 24, looking to play week in, week out. And it looks like Liverpool, Spurs, and Arsenal are very much interested in signing him. If Liverpool manage to sell Luis Diaz for about 80 million, which is apparently what they kind of want for him, I can see Rodrigo going. I can see him going ahead and joining Liverpool, that super team that they're trying to build right now, and experiencing Premier League football. If it isn't Liverpool, hey, maybe he's up to join Spurs or Arsenal as well. Let's see how that goes. Whatever happens, it seems like Rodrigo's exit is pretty much bound to happen, which is crazy to think of because I always thought like Rodrigo is going to be there forever. But now let me tell you what I'm after with Real Madrid. I want to win 3 La Liga titles and 3 Champions League trophies. On top of it, I want to have at least 2 Ballon d'Ors by the end of this video. Fran Garcia is already gone for 27 million, Ceballos for 23, and Endrick, I'm loaning you, bro. Bayern Munich needs a backup too, Harry Kane. Also, let's not forget, lads, Kylian Mbappe is going from number 9 to number 10 going into the new season. So, big change for Kylian as he's picking up an iconic number once more. And now, guess who I brought into the team? Gonzalo Garcia. I've given him a 71 rating as an exciting prospect. 21 years old, standing 6 foot tall, right-footed. Put him into the game for your pleasure, and that is why I've sent out Endrick on loan to Bayern Munich, because this kid has been incredible in the Club World Cup, and I am assuming he's gonna play a big role in the upcoming seasons. And of course, the new transfers are coming in. Carreras on an 81 rating, taking over that left back position as we let go of Garcia, and Ferland Mendy is gonna turn into a backup for this youngster, 22 years old, left-footed, 6'1", with 2 decent play styles on him. Then we go on to the right and we see Trent, who obviously is world class. Let's just admit, when it comes to ball playing, this guy is incredible, and I'm so excited to see what he's going to do at Real Madrid. as long as he doesn't win more trophies than Liverpool. But having said that, obviously, it is a massive move for Real Madrid, only paying 10 million for him in the end. And then we are bringing in the likes of Mastantuono, who I need to go ahead... Oops, what the hell just happened there? I need to go ahead and send this young lad out on loan. He's 17 years old, left-footed, 5'10". We already have a 5'9" Turkish left-footed beast right here in Arda Güler, who I personally expect to take over that right-wing position if Rodrigo goes. And obviously, we also have to take a look at Dean Housen, who is potentially the future of that Real Madrid backline. 20 years old, 6'6". Some really good stats on him. Madrid fans are excited about these signings, and I get why. They're very good. And guess what, my friends? Rodrigo is leaving the club, and the offer that came in first, I was waiting for an offer from those 3 clubs I mentioned in the intro. It was Spurs. 117 million. Rodrigo is joining Spurs. And just now, the rumors have come out that Heung-min Son is potentially moving to the MLS. This sounds all too perfect for Spurs. When it comes to the formation with Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid, he could easily play the 3-4-2-1 or a 3-4-3 type of formation, which he has already done in the Club World Cup. But he also played, which is actually surprising, most of the time, a 4 at the back formation. So he is definitely switching it up. It doesn't seem like he has made his mind up yet on how he wants to play with this team. So we will have to kind of go with the flow and see what works best with the players that we do have available to ourselves. I'm thinking something like a 4-3-3 holding kind of makes the most sense for me. So let's see how that goes. They've played that in the Club World Cup as well, a 4-3-3 variation. So hopefully it's the right choice for us. Alongside Endrick, I loaned that Asensio to Galatasaray. He's already gone up by +3. And Gonzalez over to Granada. He's up by 7. And Mastantuono up by 1 at Real Sociedad. And yes, I did not make any more signings. But right here, Barcelona are champions again with a 3-point gap over Real Madrid. That is not what the Real Madrid fans would like to see. 2 seasons with no La Liga title. That is horrific. At least the Copa de España belongs to us, so I guess we'll take that. That's an improvement upon last season. And in the Champions League, we came in 5th. Then in the round of 16, we beat PSV. In the quarterfinals, it was PSG, who we actually got past, only to lose against Liverpool. And obviously, Liverpool have put together their own super team. So that is not a good indication of when it comes to the future and who's going to dominate European football. Real Madrid needs to be up there for us. And look, statistically speaking, the team is looking unbelievable. Like, this is one of the highest rated teams in world football. We have Carreras on an 84 now. Arda Güler turned into a right wing, up to an 82 at this stage. And our bench is a joke. Garcia is up to a 75. I love that. He's supporting Mbappe, maybe even putting pressure on him. We have Brahim, we have Camavinga, Mendy, Carvajal. We have experience. We have youngsters like Housen as well. We need to do better. But I don't know what I need to change in this starting 11 to make that happen. Apart from the fact that now Rudiger is 33 years old. Maybe there's some good money in Saudi for him. Our top scorer, though, is Jude Bellingham from centre midfield. Kylian, step up your game. And the same goes for you, Vinny. Now, Antonio Rudiger has been sold for 45 million to Bayer Leverkusen, but the big surprise is that Andriy Lunin's release clause has been triggered by Nottingham Forest. He's done being sat on the bench. He is leaving into a Premier League team with history. Now we're going to the centre-back question. Yes, we do have Dean Housen, but he can't start for us yet. He's only 82 rated. And Liverpool have basically been trying to sign Konate on a new contract for a long time now. But just today, the news have come out that Konate actually prefers to stay at Liverpool. He's like not desperate to join Real Madrid, who he obviously has been linked to. And with that news, the next solution for me is clear. William Saliba, in my opinion, before even all the rumors came out about Konate and all that stuff, for me, he was that Rolls-Royce defender that Real Madrid needed. And if Arsenal continue to not win trophies, especially major ones, he has to go somewhere to start winning things. He's still young. And for me, man, it's Saliba. If Konate is apparently wanting to stay at Liverpool, Saliba is the one that Real Madrid should go for. Whilst, yes, the signing of Victor Gyökeres increases the chances of Arsenal winning trophies again, I still do not believe that they have a better team than Liverpool. And I also don't believe that they are going to be better than Manchester City. And I'm not saying this because I hate Arsenal or anything like that, guys. I'm just trying to be genuine. When I look at the squads, I feel like their team is just not going to be up there. It just feels like they're lacking that, I don't know, it might be experience of winning trophies, the history of going ahead and winning them consistently. It's just not been there at Arsenal lately, and I feel like Saliba is a winner. He should be part of a winning squad, and he comes into our team now for 120 million, which Real Madrid will have to pay because his contract is not running out. He comes in at an 89 rating, taking over from Dienhausen, who is still an exceptional backup to have. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy to have him in this squad, and he is the future of this team still. But yeah, Saliba and Militao, it just seems like it's a match made in heaven for me. And guess what? With Saliba in the team, we're up against Bayern Munich in the Champions League finale. Our first one, but Mbappe, Güler and Vini Jr. had low stamina. So I had to play Brahim Garcia and Endrick up top. Garcia tried his best, but he couldn't get past the defense. Bayern Munich tried their best, and for whatever reason, Carreras decided, you know what, I'm a Bayern Munich fan, let me head this across to my teammate, that is Rafinha. Yes, a Barcelona player scores against us in this finale, but Endrick actually kept trying. 18 minutes in, big chance wasted. Then in the 78th minute, Endrick makes a run through the Bayern Munich defense. They seem to be asleep as he slots it past the keeper after missing so many easy chances for me throughout this entire game. But he brought us back, and it was time for Kylian Mbappe now in the penalty shootout to take his chance, and he bottles it. From that point on, everyone scored until Jordan Pickford stepped up and missed this penalty for us to go ahead and take it with Saliba to win it all. The new signing makes it happen. Real Madrid are back on top of European football one more time. Alonso and his lads have something big to celebrate. And it's not the only thing. It's a treble season for Real Madrid, something they've never done before. What an outstanding season that was. Real Madrid wins the title with 93 points. The Copa del Rey against Atletico Madrid with a 2-1 victory. And as you've just seen, the victory against Bayern Munich on penalties. And I thought when those guys had no stamina, I would have no chance of going ahead and winning. But hey, it all worked out, and it might have just worked out because this man has joined us and has been incredible in that game as well. We have done a great job. Carreras, please never head the ball like that ever again. I don't know what happened with you, bro. If I didn't know better, I think you had a bet on Bayern Munich. Statistically this season, Kylian is back up there again. 45 goal contributions. Jude is still performing, and Vini Jr. Come on, man. You're 95 rated. You got to get more goal contributions. Arda Güler has nearly the same right there, and he's 84 rated. Step it up. It's time. Endrick, thank you very much for the goal in the Champions League finale, but AC Milan wants you. And you know what? We have Garcia. We'll be all right. We need someone to put pressure on Vini Jr. Alberto Morero is the one I have chosen. I believe in real life Villarreal have picked him up, but obviously now we're a bunch of years in the future, so why not? Morero comes in for 65.8 million, which is a huge amount of money, but we're Real Madrid, who cares? He comes in now to put even more pressure on Vini, and I'm very happy to make this happen. Brahim, I'm going to actually turn into a right wing to put pressure on Arda Güler. They're on the same rating now. And Molero on the left wing. We'll see how that goes. And let's not forget, Mastantuono is still an exceptional talent, so having him on the bench kind of feels wrong, so I think I'm gonna send him out on loan again so he gets more playtime. Having said that, Molero is 23 years old. He's a very, very good talent. 91 pace, 80 passing, 86 dribbling. I actually watched this guy when he was in the second division, if I'm not mistaken. Looked quite good, but I never really got the hype. So we'll see what happens there. 5'7", incisive pass, technical, first touch. Good player, possibly. Let's see. Since one Ukrainian goalkeeper left us, how about we sign the next best one? Anatoly Trubin is coming in now to back up the likes of Courtois. I really liked him at Benfica, so let's bring him into this team for 65 million. We're making this deal happen, and he comes in with an 85 rating, which obviously is pretty good if you ask me. He is officially the highest rated player in our reserves. 25 years old, 6'6". Good footwork on him, which is important. So very happy to welcome him to Real Madrid. And by the way, I just realized we have a 90 rated Camavinga on the bench. That's a disgrace. They are hoarding these talents. I don't like it. And here it is. The first time we're stepping into the Ballon d'Or ceremony. It is Vini Jr. winning it. So he's not performing to the best of his abilities, but he's going ahead and winning the Ballon d'Or. So I guess I shouldn't be complaining. A Brazilian hands it over to another as we celebrate Vini Jr. for his Ballon d'Or. He was the one that lost it against Rodri, and now he's the one winning it against Haaland and Mbappe sat next to him. I am disappointed, lads. We have lost the league title to Barcelona, who are on 97 points. They are making a comeback. They want to turn this into a battle again. And in the Copa del Rey, it's Villarreal winning it. I don't know how, but they've actually pulled it off. Guess who kicked us out of the Champions League? Erik ten Hag and his boys of Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso is looking at his former team in disgust, kicking him out of the Champions League. And the top performer is once again Kylian Mbappe, followed by Jude Bellingham. Vini Jr. with 35 goal contributions in 48 games only. And Arda, you need to step up your game too now, man. You're on an 87 rating, buddy. And it's not just him growing. I mean, the entire team is getting to a stage where it's genuinely ridiculous how good they are. But Tchouaméni, I'm looking at and thinking, we are going to make a change there. Why? Because Real Madrid have been linked to one specific player quite a bit lately, and I would find it to be an insane transfer. I love Tchouaméni. I think he's class, but the guy they are apparently going for offers something completely different. But having said that, Camavinga is on a 90 freaking 1, and he's sat on the bench. This is a crime against humanity, and that guy that I'm planning to bring in is going to be sat on the bench behind Camavinga. Just so you know. Let's also recognize the fact that legends in Alaba and, more importantly, Daniel Carvajal are leaving the club and retiring. Can't believe I literally just said Daniel Carvajal. Danny Carvajal, man. Come on. Tchouaméni has been acquired by Aston Villa for 130 million. And literally, as I'm talking, another bombshell has come out in terms of news. Alexander Isak apparently has put in a transfer request. If Liverpool do this one, I don't know. I don't know if the timeline can take it. Honestly, everyone would lose their minds. There is no way we're signing Ekitike plus Isak. No, it's not happening. Stop thinking about it. At first, I thought it was McAllister, but it seems like Enzo Fernandez is quite high on the list of midfielders that Real Madrid are interested in. And honestly, I watched this guy play for River Plate. I was a huge fan then. When he joined Benfica, I was a huge fan again. And now that he's playing for Chelsea, I can't watch him, man. It hurts. I wanted Enzo at one of the teams that I like watching. I mean, nothing against Chelsea. They're obviously playing some great football lately. But yeah, man, Enzo is class. And now Real Madrid want him, which, hey, go ahead and get him if you can. He comes in at an 87 rating, 27 years old. Some really, really good stats on him. 5'10", long ball pass flair, first touch, press proven, relentless. I believe he is at the top of midfielders in terms of creating chances in the Premier League. So pretty impressive if you ask me. Now, not impressive enough to beat Camavinga to the spot. What is going to happen is this. We're going to go ahead and switch this to a 4-3-3 attacking, allowing Jude Bellingham to become that attacking midfielder once more, and then leaving Camavinga and Valverde in that midfield to handle things. This is just a ridiculous team. Lads, you have to win. Come on, you have to win some trophies again. Hold up! No Champions League, but a Ballon d'Or! Kylian Mbappe! Hey, there you go. He's getting the award that he deserved last season, man. Congratulations, Kylian. That is our second Ballon d'Or. Second in a row as well. If we can come up with a Champions League trophy, or even if we don't, we could be gathering a bunch more of these. And with that Ballon d'Or, we're stepping in to play Atletico Madrid. 27 minutes in, Champions League finale. They get their chances in. 74 minutes in, it is Samuel Lino running through. Valverde just about disturbs him enough to hit the woodwork. Extra time we go into, and I make a big decision. It's time for the youngsters to take over. Garcia up top, Brahim on the right, and on the left it will be Molero. I was putting a lot of faith into Garcia, and he was ruining people straight away. 3 minutes he has just played and instantly takes a shot. Oblak makes sure they don't concede, but Brahim Diaz is going for Garcia again. What a skill move. Leaves the defender on the floor and slots it past the keeper. 105 minutes in. This might be it. And you know what? It was it. We have won the Champions League against Atletico. And here they go again. Real Madrid have done it, lifting multiple trophies this season. Not a treble, but a double, and we'll take it. It's a double because our team has won La Liga. Yes, 94 points, far ahead of Barcelona. Pretty impressive if you ask me. And the fact that we have beaten a city rival in Atletico Madrid for that Champions League final makes it even better. I mean, just look at this freaking squad, man. Arda is on a 90 now as well. It is ridiculous how good this team is. Oh, well, look at Garcia, 84 rated. What a player. Important for us. Molero on an 87. Brahim on an 86. Enzo up to an 88. Hausen looking solid. And so is the rest of the squad. Let's go into the stats real quick. Who is going to be up for the Ballon d'Or? It's going to be Kylian Mbappe. Jude Bellingham performing extremely well once more. Vinny Jr. 21 and 12. Arda 8 and 6. Underperforming there, man. What's going on? Come on, get more goal contributions, Arda. Turkey needs you. And guess what? It is Kylian Mbappe winning it with Vinny Jr. and Arda right next to him, to his left and right, just like in our gameplay. That is what we've now pulled off, lads. That is 3 Ballon d'Ors so far. 1 for Vinny Jr., 2 for Mbappe. Lads, it is the perfect season. We are in the Champions League final against Barcelona. Last season, it was Atletico Madrid. This season, it is Barca to potentially finish off this video. But let's go ahead and check out the La Liga. We actually came in first with 95 points, only 3 losses, 14 ahead of Barca. Real Madrid have re-established their dominance in the league. And as we go into the Copa del Rey, well, we lost against Real Sociedad. Yeah, at least one Real team won at the end of the day. But going into the squad, you can see right here, my friends, our team is looking incredible. 98 rated Vinny, 97 rated Mbappe, 91 rated Arda, 97 Jude, 95 Valverde, 92 Camavinga. Defense is looking exceptional. Even Carreras is going up to that 90. And Courtois has held this position. He's 38 years old, 92 rated, absolutely insane. Where's Gonzalo Garcia? Oh, there he is. Okay, all good. So he's up to an 87 at this stage. Molero 88, Brahim 86, Mastantuono is back in, ready to help us out, and so is Enzo Fernandez. I'll try and sub in as many players as I can. Who's going to be up for the Ballon d'Or? It is going to be Kylian once again. Vinny Jr. is actually putting up a fight. It's going to be interesting to see who wins it, because Vinny is higher rated now, and he might not be able to play this finale. He has that sign next to him. Jude Bellingham 24 and 5, Molero 11 and 2, Arda 10 and 10, 20 goal contributions. Ah, come on, Arda. Hey, if you can step up in the Champions League final against Barcelona, it makes up for everything. You're a legend then. So they have, Memphis up top with Pablo Torre, Alex Valle, Lamine Yamal on the right, of course. Tuknas is playing for them. Van de Ven, Theo Hernandez. Some interesting signings, but I don't think that's going to be the starting 11 that plays against me. No way am I coming up against Memphis Depay. Surely not. So let's double check. Is Vinny able to play? Yes, he is. It's all good. No worries. He's fine to play. I don't know what that minus means again. I always forget. Now, going into the next season, as things stand, in your guys' opinion, who's going to be up for the Champions League? I think a lot of people are already thinking about Liverpool and stuff like that, but please do not forget PSG. They are getting in a ton of cash. They also have done quite well in the Club World Cup, which adds another couple million on top of it. And they have unlimited funds anyways, basically. So how do you guys feel about them specifically? I find it interesting to see that they have been very quiet in this transfer window when others have been quite loud. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that situation. Who is going to be the one for the Champions League trophy in the upcoming season? Give me your favorites in the comments down below. I'm excited to see what you guys think, but Real Madrid, If they go ahead and play the Xabi Alonso style, it's going to be quite an interesting team to watch, especially if they do want to play the 3-4-2-1 that Xabi loves to play. But I don't think he's going to do it at Real Madrid. I feel like it's going to be a mix-up, you know? Sometimes he might, just because it's an easy occasion and the team might be able to rest a couple of players and play some of the others like Mastantuono, Arda Güler in the starting 11 as the attacking midfield. What the hell was that? As the attacking midfielders behind someone like Gonzalo Garcia, you know, to rest people. But I think when it comes to like having to be at full strength, I think Real Madrid is going to be playing with the 4 at the back. That's just my gut feeling. As we set through. That was for Mbappe on the far side. Trent, that's his speciality. Look at that ball, man. Incredible. Over to Jude. Down to our boy Vinny Jr. In the middle is Mbappe. And that attack was started by a beautiful pass from Trent from the right all the way to the left. Kylian Mbappe is soaking it in. This is the new Real Madrid, my friends. That is legitimately what I'm expecting from Trent so much in the upcoming season. Diagonals all the way over to Vinny Jr. and then they create something out of it. It's going to be interesting to see how Trent fully integrates into the squad. Obviously, we saw him play in the Club World Cup and everything, but it's going to be quite fun to see how well he works in that Xabi Alonso team. But anyways, let's focus on not conceding in it and keeping our lead as Barcelona are making some decent moves right around our box, but Courtois doesn't have to intervene. Arda, what a ball! Kylian! You have to score that, Kylian. What a pass from Arda Güler. There's Arda again. Oh, this time he's through himself. Arda goes for the bottom right. Didn't work out the first time. Maybe the second. Ooh, close call. Mbappe, pass and move. Arda again with an exceptional pass. Mbappe this time also doesn't finish. Oh, no. Kofan shoots. Nearly scores. Impressive from the striker, but we gotta go ahead and make our own changes now. I'm gonna be bringing on Molero, and you know what? Garcia deserves a chance at this stage. Mastantuono will also be subbed on. Bellingham brought back into the center midfield, and you know what? Let's give Enzo a chance, shall we? Do I bring on Enzo? Yeah, let's do Enzo and Dienhausen. All right, everyone gets their chance to play. Enzo, good pass. Mastantuono. Now looking towards Garcia. Garcia with the 1-2. And Arda Güler might finally get his assist. And he does! Gonzalo Garcia scores! This might be the future of Real Madrid. Forget Mbappe. Put him at striker, man. Go ahead, son. You're on fire. All jokes aside, a beautiful pass. Gonzalo Garcia controls it and slots it past the keeper in the easiest way. Enzo, all the way down the right. Garcia, I wanted another run, but it is done. Real Madrid beat Barcelona in the El Clasico Champions League finale. There's nothing that could hurt more than that. Yet another time where they get to celebrate multiple trophies on top of the bus. But who wins the Ballon d'Or? And finally, the one to win the Ballon d'Or is Vinny Jr. So it is 2 for Vinny, 2 for Mbappe. We have achieved all the objectives that we wanted to go for and more. Real Madrid truly is the biggest club in world football as we speak when it comes to Champions League titles and European glory. So yeah, you can't knock it, man. A lot of top players will want to go there. A lot of players will run down their contracts to go there in the future as well and get huge wages. But Real Madrid can do that. Lads, this team is going to be insane moving forward. Football next season is going to be so sick. I believe La Liga starts like halfway through August as well. So I'm excited to see these guys play. Have a good one, guys. Take care and peace.